Welcome to our YouTube channel, The Knowledge of Self Academy. Greetings, esteemed audience. We are genuinely delighted to welcome you on this remarkable voyage of uncovering oneself and building emotional fortitude. Our channel is entirely devoted to navigating the intriguing realm of introspection and self-awareness, and we are eager to share this wisdom with all of you. In today's presentation, we will venture into the enthralling domain of pleasure and its influential sway over our existence. Were you aware that partaking in enjoyable endeavors triggers the release of euphoria-inducing chemicals in our minds and bodies? That's correct. These activities are so pleasurable that they effortlessly overshadow the routine of work. Furthermore, we will delve into the notion of conditioning and how particular activities become our favored choices, akin to the renowned Pavlovian experiment with dogs. The intricacies of our mental processes are truly captivating, and comprehending this mechanism can offer invaluable insights into our emotional encounters. Amid the hustle of contemporary life, it is imperative to allocate time for personal rejuvenation through non-essential pursuits like engaging in board games, which have been found to possess therapeutic attributes. Nonetheless, we will also explore how introspection can liberate us from dependency on external means for emotional healing, guiding us toward unearthing authentic contentment within ourselves. Our video encourages you to cherish each life instant, both in professional engagements and leisurely pursuits. Let us liberate ourselves from associating pessimistic connotations with experiences, as such associations can evoke adverse emotional repercussions. Instead, let us cultivate an optimistic perspective and unearth delight in every facet of existence. We will elucidate how introspection can aid in the identification and resolution of emotional challenges such as anxiety, mood disorders, and depression. Through the scrutiny of our emotional responses and predispositions, often forged by conditioned interpretations, we can adeptly navigate emotional quandaries and attain genuine inner tranquility. Furthermore, we will unravel how the paradigm of indoctrination has hindered the appreciation of introspective methodologies across history. By challenging societal norms and convictions, we can unlock the potential of introspection and self-awareness, ushering in authentic inner fulfillment. To facilitate your expedition through introspection, we will introduce a potent meditation technique. This approach entails concentrating on your breath, observing your thoughts and emotions, and inviting your higher self to guide you toward emotional equilibrium. It serves as a transformative tool that enhances your introspective prowess and emotional resilience. In conclusion, we ardently champion the practice of introspection and self-awareness. By embracing these practices, you can extricate yourself from mental constraints, acquire self-awareness, and experience profound inner joy, irrespective of external circumstances. Kindly remember to show appreciation for this video by liking it, subscribing to our channel, and disseminating this valuable knowledge among your acquaintances. And don't overlook the notification bell to remain updated on our latest releases, all designed to empower you on your voyage of self-discovery. We extend our heartfelt gratitude for being part of the Knowledge of Self Academy community. We are eagerly anticipating the exploration of this incredible journey toward self-awareness and emotional resilience alongside you. Stay tuned for more captivating content heading your way. Always recall, contentment is within your reach, and through introspection, you can unveil the key to authentic satisfaction. Until the next video encounter.
Unveiling inner fulfillment, the potency of introspection and emotional resilience. Main topics overview. 1. The gratification and relief of leisure activities. For many workers, the culmination of the workweek brings relief from accumulated stress. Non-work engagements like watching movies, playing games, and socializing provide a reprieve from work demands and prompt the release of pleasure-inducing hormones, bestowing solace. 2. The sway of indoctrination on preferences. Pleasurable pursuits often stem from indoctrination and conditioning. Pavlov's dog experiment exemplifies how automatic release of pleasure-associated hormones unfolds when specific inclinations are ingrained in our consciousness. Such programming can result in skewed interpretations of occurrences, affecting emotional retorts. 3. Consciousness programming and emotional effect. Our consciousness and emotional reactions are molded by early experiences, upbringing, and external influences like media and societal norms. This programming may associate advantageous endeavors with negativity and detrimental actions with positivity, impacting emotional equilibrium. 4. The significance of introspection in emotional cognizance. Introspection plays a pivotal role in apprehending and ameliorating emotional quandaries. Numerous individuals remain oblivious to their internal emotional states during diverse activities. Introspection can aid in pinpointing reflexive reactions, predispositions, and emotional metamorphoses, leading to internal serenity and self-awareness. 5. Attaining authentic inner contentment via introspection. Assisted by the higher self, introspection empowers individuals to assuage emotional disparities without external interference. This practice facilitates the attainment of genuine contentment even when faced with life's tribulations. It entails recognizing and comprehending emotional reactions to situations and occurrences. 6. The potency of introspection and meditation. The amalgamation of introspection, akin to self-perception, and meditation augments emotional resilience and comprehension. This practice involves identifying spontaneous emotional responses and utilizing meditation, along with the identification of the higher self, to alleviate adverse emotions and realize emotional congruity. 7. Challenging established norms and imposed beliefs. Societal paradigms of achievement and happiness can impact emotional well-being. Through introspection, individuals can discern the sway of societal indoctrination on their sentiments and thoughts, breaking the chains of mental subjugation and preconceived notions. 8. Unearthing joy and fulfillment through self-knowledge. Grasping the interwoven nature of emotions, thoughts, and perceptions of reality empowers individuals to encounter genuine inner fulfillment. Introspection elucidates the conditioning that constricts us to predetermined definitions of triumph and happiness, paving the route for bona fide elation in each juncture of life.
Announcement. Summary of today's lecture. Greetings, curious minds. We're excited to bring you the recap of today's enlightening lecture at the Knowledge of Self Academy. Join us as we condense the key insights from our discourse on introspection, emotional resilience, and genuine inner fulfillment. Uncover the power of introspection in understanding emotional responses, breaking free from societal norms, and achieving authentic contentment. Stay tuned for a succinct overview that encapsulates the essence of our transformative journey. Your path to self-awareness and emotional equilibrium continues here.
Summary. The present discourse delves deeply into the predilection for leisurely pursuits disconnected from laborious endeavors and the biochemical foundation of gratification within diverse experiences. It accentuates how engagement in enjoyable undertakings catalyzes the liberation of euphoria-inducing hormones within the neural architecture and visceral organs, thereby endowing these activities with a heightened sense of delight beyond the realm of toil. The paradigm of conditioning, akin to the famed Pavlovian experiment involving canines, finds employment in elucidating the process through which specific pursuits attain precedence over others. The author underscores that even ostensibly superfluous pursuits, such as engaging in tabletop games, possess the potential for therapeutic ramifications, yet introspection may engender a decreased reliance upon such activities as conduits for psychological healing. The document passionately encourages individuals to savor every temporal juncture of existence, be it in the milieu of occupational exertion or during leisurely sojourns. A stern admonishment is directed against the act of associating deleterious connotations with any experience, thus forestalling the infliction of negative emotional reverberations. Moreover, the text embarks upon an exploration of the proposition that many of our affective responses and cognitive prejudices are the products of programmed construals of events or circumstances. These predispositions hold the potential to foment emotional turmoil and impede the efficacious management of affective quandaries. The practice of introspection is vigorously extolled as an imperative ritual for the identification and amelioration of emotional maladies encompassing anxiety, affective disorders, and despondency. Owing to the propagation of an inculcation system that nurtures cognitive subjugation, the practice of introspection is grievously obfuscated, thwarting individuals from apprehending the contours of their internal emotional tapestry and from effectuating the adept resolution of emotional vicissitudes. It posits that authentic inner tranquility and contentment are only attainable through a fervent concentration on the inner workings rather than the vicissitudes of external circumstances. Furthermore, the document makes allusion to the architects of a regimen of cognitive subjugation, elucidating their cognizance of the historical milieu encompassing doctrines that foster introspection and self-awareness. These agents have deliberately omitted such teachings as they cast an illuminating spotlight on the indispensable role of introspective practices in the comprehension of one's emotional milieu and its profound transformation. Moreover, the document inaugurates a technique of meditation geared towards the augmentation of introspective acumen and emotional tenacity. This meditation modality entails a directed focus upon the respiration process, the vigilant observation of cognitive ruminations and emotional fluctuations, and the subsequent dispersal of undesirable affective states through the agency of the higher self, conceived as a distinct entity facilitating the attainment of emotional equilibrium. The process of introspection is presented as an instrument for acquiring insights into the potent forces that sculpt consciousness and for the cultivation of emotional mettle. It places a premium on emancipation from societal conventions and inculcated dogmas to encounter the raptures of authentic inner euphoria. By plumbing the depths of the interplay between affective states and indoctrinated paradigms, individuals can attain profound self-awareness and a penetrating comprehension of their innate essence. In summation, the document ardently advocates for the cultivation of introspection and self-awareness as conduits towards the realization of emotional tenacity and bona fide inner contentment. It underscores the imperative of interrogating societal norms and ideological constructs as a means to break the shackles of cognitive subjugation and unearth the authentic core for genuine fulfillment, regardless of extraneous contingencies. The proffered meditation technique presents itself as a conduit to invigorate introspection and emotional equilibrium.
Introduction to the Knowledge of Self with Vocabulary. Lecture 1. Season 2. Section 1G10. Modern Terms. Advanced Vocabulary. The 13th day of August of the year 2023. Important note, clarification on lecture season. Hello, our eager learners. We wanted to ensure there's no confusion about the context of today's lecture. While we previously mentioned that this belongs to a new season, we'd like to emphasize that this particular lecture is distinct from the first season's introductory lecture. Each session brings fresh insights, distinct content, and unique perspectives. So, while we progress through our new season, keep in mind the exciting differences and enriching information that each lecture has to offer. Let's continue our journey of discovery together. Welcome, esteemed ladies and gentlemen, to a transformative voyage of self-discovery, a journey where the key to genuine inner fulfillment lies in the profound art of introspection. In a world overwhelmed by the demands of work and life, we often seek solace in non-work activities, finding relief and pleasure that rejuvenate our weary souls. Yet, have you ever pondered why certain activities bring us joy while others leave us unsatisfied? The answer lies in the influence of indoctrination on our preferences, shaping our emotional responses and perceptions of pleasure. But fear not, for introspection holds the key to unraveling this programming and understanding our emotional landscape. Our consciousness and emotional responses have been molded by indoctrination, adept conditioning us to automatic responses without our acknowledgement. Through introspection, we can skillfully identify these biases, paving the way for inner peace and self-awareness. With the guidance of our higher self, introspection becomes a powerful technique to achieve genuine inner contentment. Liberated from external validation, we can dissipate emotional afflictions and find delight amidst life's adversities, thus embarking on the imperative journey of shaping our reality and emotions. Introspection, harmoniously complemented by meditation, strengthens our emotional mettle. Harmonizing our inner world and dissolving negative emotions, we connect with our higher self, experiencing a profound transformation towards emotional harmony and self-understanding. It is time to challenge societal paradigms and indoctrinated propositions, recognizing their influence on our emotions and thoughts. Through introspection, we liberate ourselves from mental obfuscation and preconceived notions, forging our unique path to happiness and authentic fulfillment. Ultimately, self-awareness becomes the gateway to joy. As we understand the interconnectedness of our emotions, thoughts, and perceptions, we break free from the chains of predefined concepts. Introspection illuminates the conditioning that binds us, allowing us to embrace genuine joy in every moment of life. So, let us embark on this enlightening journey of self-discovery and embrace the power of introspection. Together, we will unravel the ramifications of our emotions, finding the authentic realization that resides within us all. A typical day in an individual's life often involves a regular modality of waking up, getting ready, having breakfast, and heading to work. As time passes, these practices become so habitual that we rarely engage in conscious contemplation of the emotional contours of our experiences during this daily preparation for work. Throughout our working hours, we adept perform our duties with a lunch break before eventually heading home. For many students, the phrase "thank God it's Friday" reflects a sense of relief from the accumulated stress of the school week. Wouldn't you agree that many people prefer engaging in activities unrelated to school, such as watching a movie, playing games, having dinner either at home or outside, or chatting with friends? On one hand, why do we find more pleasure in these leisure activities than in being at school? It would be beneficial to explore activities that induce the release of pleasure hormones in the brain and various internal organs, such as endorphins, dopamine, serotonin, and oxytocin, to better understand the biochemical responses of the body to enjoyable activities. It is essential to acknowledge that many of these so-called pleasurable activities are the result of conditioned values in our consciousness. Once our emotions have been engendered to desire certain things over others, an automatic release of pleasure hormones occurs, akin to the experiment on classical conditioning, famously known as Pavlov's dogs, named after the Russian physiologist Ivan Pavlov. The crucial point to realize is that there are non-essential instances in our daily lives that we favor over essential ones. However, certain activities, such as playing board games, can have essential therapeutic effects on students. But what drives students to seek emotional support from a board game? While not all circumstances leading to engaging in a board game can be generalized as equal, it is evident that many introspective individuals may not require a board game as a therapeutic tool. If you could find enjoyment in each moment of life, be it studying, playing games, going to the movies, having dinner, or anything else, wouldn't you be up for it? Although I didn't use the word enjoy equally for all the previous activities, some of you might think that equally enjoying every moment could imply there would be no enjoyment left in any activity. However, this is not the case, as each activity can be appreciated for its unique qualities. Of course, some occasions deserve special acknowledgement, such as birthdays, graduations, school events, etc. The point is that associating negative connotations with activities will have a detrimental emotional impact on students. While it is natural to evaluate situations, events, and material objects differently, observing our internal responses during involvement with these elements can help determine their impact on our emotions. Many of our emotional anomalies arise from biased interpretations of events or situations, even when they pose no danger to us. Holding unnecessary biases, like disliking individuals based on their physiological characteristics, religion, weight, or employment activity, hampers our inner peace and overwhelms us with unwarranted emotional issues. Detailed observation and documentation of the circumstances surrounding a non-threatening activity can aid in resolving emotional unrest. For instance, jobs such as data entry, assembly line work, and telemarketing, often perceived as monotonous and lacking intellectual stimulation, offer opportunities for emotional exploration to individuals adept at introspection. Why do many of us connect negative connotations with activities that benefit us and positive connotations with activities that harm us? Perhaps because we were brought up in the company of individuals who exhibited similar biases toward specific activities. For instance, some individuals derive more pleasure from visiting a bar and excessively drinking themselves into a stupor than from going to work or spending time with loved ones. If people approached work with ardent enthusiasm, time would slip by swiftly, and they might not even realize that their normal leaving time has already passed by 2 hours. In such a scenario, the phrase "thank God it's Monday" could signify a sense of joy and enthusiasm. Of course, exceptions exist to this pattern. Some individuals prefer being at work more than anywhere else. This instance highlights how preferences are nurtured within our consciousness without our conscious agreement. Thus, it all comes down to consciousness programming, encompassing awareness, perception, thoughts, emotions, self-awareness, and introspection. The subjective comprehension of the world and oneself within our consciousness emerges from diverse influences. In subsequent lessons, I will delve further into the reasons, agents, and methods behind a fabricated worldview imposed upon us from our most vulnerable stages of existence up to the present. For now, it is imperative to acknowledge that a significant portion of our behavior is shaped by the environment in which we were raised. Media, books, movies, and other sources have also played pivotal roles in our education and indoctrination. Nearly all accessible reading materials align with the system's indoctrination agenda, fostering a consistent concept of reality. I will further investigate media's role in molding our consciousness in the following section. From infancy, concepts and values of reality commence their inculcation, which essentially amounts to indoctrination. Encountering an individual for whom, "Thank God it's Monday," represents joy is indeed rare, and such a person might be viewed as unique. Though we employ our faculties to determine where and how to spend our time, we seldom pay heed to the emotional fluctuations we undergo during our chosen activities. Our consciousness is shaped such that assessing our emotional states is often left exclusively to religious leaders, psychologists, psychiatrists, and other experts of the mind. We can only articulate limited information about our emotional issues, relying on dictionary definitions. For instance, symptoms such as persistent worry or unease without a specific reason can be categorized as anxiety. Due to our infrequent access to our inner conditions, we may not provide all the specific details encompassing this condition known as anxiety. In many instances, seeking assistance from a mental health professional becomes imperative. Even when we believe we are enjoying ourselves, we might not pay attention to our inner experiences. By failing to observe the fluctuating emotional states during specific tasks, unnoticed detrimental experiences, which we perceive as insignificant, may silently impact our emotions over time, eventually leading to pronounced psychological issues. Could it be that the exclusion of introspective practice from our education stems from it being considered unfun, much like the seeming oddity of "Thank God it's Monday"? Our habitual inclination toward external factors to assess internal and emotional matters contributes to this. For example, some individuals may treat certain people disrespectfully based on characteristics like weight, complexion, race, or gossip. Through introspection, these individuals can discern the reasons for their inappropriate emotional reactions and internally resolve these issues, resulting not only in reduced bias toward that specific individual, but also toward all individuals sharing those characteristics. As long as inner peace is tethered to external factors, it remains incomplete. It is imperative to redirect our focus toward internal orientation. If the people we grew up around were unfamiliar with the practice of introspection and habitually assigned inappropriate emotional connotations to various events or material objects, behaving as if they possessed inherent values, then it becomes nearly normal for us not to prioritize observing external events congruently with our internal automatic responses, even when it leads to emotional instability. Connotations such as depressing, tedious, annoying, and the like, when attributed to events or situations, can affect our physical bodies and psychological faculties, aligning with the definitions of those adjectives. Most individuals lack enthusiasm for engaging in activities believed to be tedious, depressing, or socializing with individuals perceived as annoying, even though these conditions are subjective. In such instances, the significance of our experiences lies in the external event or situation, rather than the inner transformative process that occurs as we encounter events, situations, or material objects. As a result, we often fail to access our internal processes, making it challenging to properly assess our inner emotional experiences. Is it possible that those responsible for our education were unaware of teachings related to self-knowledge? The elite, who devised a system of mental restraint to confine people's consciousness, were indeed familiar with the teachings of man know thyself, as these teachings have existed since time immemorial. Additionally, psychology as a discipline commenced with the practice of introspection. However, this class will emphasize teachings relevant to self-knowledge, and historical facts related to these teachings will be presented in a separate session. Within our current educational system, we are not taught how to attain true self-knowledge, nor are we encouraged to confront our biases and shortcomings. Consequently, we become willing participants in perpetuating those biases. Since our experiences are deemed meaningful only when rooted in external events, situations, or material objects, we frequently fall short of manifesting genuine experiences rooted in internal transformation. In such cases, our attention is directed outward, rather than towards the emotional changes transpiring within us during diverse situations, or when attributing values to objects. By becoming more adept in the practice of introspection, with the guidance of our higher self, we can dispel many emotional anomalies without external intervention. This journey leads to authentic inner contentment. Have you ever contemplated whether authentic contentment can be attained even in the face of life's challenges? While external factors like health, relationships, and finances undeniably influence our well-being, we must not disregard the impact of our emotions and preconceived notions in shaping our experiences. The practice of introspection, or self-perception, as it was originally termed, aids individuals in acquiring information about situations triggering an internal automatic response. Coupled with meditation, introspection enhances resilience within the individual. The introspective practice entails observing one's behavior and identifying instances in which external factors evoke an automatic emotional response. For instance, if someone intentionally smirks at you and this triggers an undesirable automatic emotional response that you wish to dissipate, you will meticulously record the event. This involves recollecting the perpetrator's physical characteristics, facial expression, the location of the incident, and whether it was daytime or nighttime. This data will prove essential for incorporating the scenario into your meditation to alleviate the emotional unrest. For those new to meditation, do not be misled by media depictions of meditating individuals assuming intricate yogic positions like the lotus pose. You can meditate while lying down face up. For now, let's commence with a breathing exercise. Inhale gradually through your nostrils, allowing your belly to expand like a balloon. Exhale at twice the pace, ensuring your belly contracts. For instance, if you can fill your lungs with air by the conclusion of your third mental count, attempt to expel the air from your lungs by the end of your sixth mental count. As you inhale, mentally count 1, then 2, then 3. Your belly should progressively enlarge as the count progresses from 1 to 3, and by count 3, your lungs should be filled with air and your belly inflated. Ensure your chest remains steady throughout the breathing exercise. For exhaling, aim to count up to 6 as your belly contracts. Repeat this process for 5 minutes, or as long as you comfortably can, even if it's just for 1 minute. Numerous individuals employ mantras, or words of power, for a deeper meditative experience.
In this session, I will provide guidelines without incorporating mantras. In this meditation technique, your higher self will guide you by initially identifying with that aspect of you referred to as your higher self. Imagine that you are conscious of your thoughts and emotions, signifying that you are two entities inhabiting one body. You are not solely the entity that thinks, but also the entity that can observe the thoughts, the observer. As you perform the breathing exercise with minimal effort, continue being the observer by disregarding the thoughts and emotions, which will eventually subside. Start with a 5-minute meditation and gradually extend the duration until it reaches 30 minutes, as 30 minutes is a suitable period for achieving the desired outcomes. However, it's essential to note that 30 minutes is not a constraint. Now, incorporate the information gathered through introspection. Before commencing meditation, revisit the scenario where an individual smirked at you, ensuring its freshness in memory. As you align with your higher self, retrieve the incident to illuminate the same emotions. As those emotions gain vibrancy within your lower self, associate with your higher self by disregarding these undesirable emotions. Gradually, these emotions will disperse, and smirks will lose their impact on you. The alignment with your higher self, as discussed in prior lessons, holds the key not only to successful meditation, but also to the dissipation of disharmonious emotions. Your higher self awaits an invitation to join your meditation through your will, thereby activating its remarkable potency. Practicing this meditation for 21 days is recommended for optimal outcomes. Meditation becomes even more potent when practiced while seated on a chair. I will provide a link to a video illustrating proper sitting posture in a future lecture. The pursuit of genuine inner fulfillment demands unwavering determination, as we often unconsciously adhere to societal conventions of success. To attain this, we must embark on a process that unveils the impact of societal norms and inculcated beliefs upon us. Through this process, we will cultivate a deeper rapport with our emotions and learn to embrace each moment of existence. Introspection stands as a potent instrument that bestows valuable insights into the influences molding our consciousness. By recognizing our automatic and conditioned reactions to situations or occurrences, we amass emotional resilience to confront life's trials gracefully. Understanding the interplay between our emotions, thoughts, and perceptions of reality is pivotal. Frequently, our learned emotional responses to situations are ingrained in us through education and societal indoctrination, shaping our perspectives on success, happiness, and contentment. The language and concepts we employ to narrate our experiences also hold sway over our emotional states, often stemming from societal norms and communal practices. Our perception of reality bears the weight of societal consensus on success, love, and contentment, propelling us to internalize shared convictions within our social circles. These societal preconceptions serve as components of a meticulously orchestrated scheme to maintain most individuals within a frequency of mental captivity. To sever the chains of mental captivity, we must initially identify how our emotions are influenced by indoctrinated beliefs and imposed concepts, beginning from our most impressionable stages of life. Introspection operates as a tool to scrutinize the workings of our emotions and thoughts, leading us towards self-knowledge and a profound comprehension of our authentic essence. Our cognitive faculties, encompassing imagination, intuition, willpower, memory, perception, and reasoning, operate within the constraints of our education, or indoctrination. This programmed consciousness obstructs emotional well-being and fosters desired automatic responses harmonizing with a submissive mindset. This submissive mindset renders us oblivious to the pervasive indoctrination of captivity that infiltrates all dimensions of our existence. The act of awaiting an external event, circumstance, or material gain before tasting happiness underscores that significant facets of our lives lack inherent contentment. Engaging in introspection aids in pinpointing instances where our emotional encounters are marred by situations stemming from misinterpretations of reality, casting light on the intricate relationship between emotions and thoughts. Shared experiences and viewpoints within a society mold our conduct, breeding a mental enslavement in the guise of embraced societal perspectives and distorted verities. In summation, comprehending the foundation of conscious experiences necessitates an exploration of how our emotions, thoughts, and perceptions of reality have been molded by external influences stemming from the indoctrination agenda. Through introspective inquiry, we can liberate ourselves from mental confinement and attain a clearer understanding of our authentic essence. Discovering delight and contentment in each instance becomes viable as we unshackle ourselves from the conditioning that confines us to predetermined notions of accomplishment and happiness. Let us initiate this voyage of self-discovery, aiming to fathom our conscious encounters and unveil the core of authentic inner contentment. In conclusion, esteemed individuals, I wish to convey my heartfelt gratitude for your presence and involvement throughout this discourse. It has been a profound expedition of self-revelation, introspection, and unraveling the intricacies of our conscious experiences. Recall that the quest for genuine inner fulfillment demands unwavering dedication to extricating ourselves from societal conventions and preconceived assumptions. By embracing introspection and forging a connection with our higher selves, we can cultivate emotional resilience and savor every instant with newfound joy and satisfaction. Let us persist in exploring the depths of self-awareness, unlocking the remarkable potential within us through meditation and mindfulness. As esteemed individuals, you harbor the capacity to lead lives imbued with authenticity and purpose, emancipated from the confines of conditioned responses and societal anticipations. Always bear in mind that authentic contentment can be achieved even amidst life's trials, and authentic inner fulfillment resides within each of us. Let us sustain our support for one another on this odyssey of self-discovery, nurturing a harmonious and compassionate community that honors individuality and progress. I encourage you to translate the insights gleaned from this discourse into your day-to-day existence, reshaping your emotional encounters and embracing the graceful interplay of feelings, thoughts, and perceptions that mold our consciousness. As we draw the curtains on this lecture, let us carry the torch of introspection and self-awareness with elegance and humility, inspiring those around us to embark on their own quests of self-discovery. Together, we can catalyze a cascade of positive transformation, leading to a more enlightened and harmonious society. Once again, I extend my gratitude for your esteemed presence, and I anticipate our ongoing journey of education and advancement in unison. May your pursuit of self-awareness draw you ever nearer to authentic inner fulfillment, and profound joy in every facet of life.
The Knowledge of Self Academy Vocabulary Guide. Greetings, valued viewers of the Knowledge of Self Academy. We hold your understanding and learning experience in high regard. Recognizing the intricate nature of the vocabulary used in this lecture, we have curated a comprehensive vocabulary list encompassing many of the less common words. This compilation aims to enhance your comprehension and facilitate a more enriched engagement with the content we offer. In the present discourse, we delve profoundly into various topics, exploring the predilection for leisurely pursuits disassociated from arduous endeavors. Additionally, we explore the biochemical foundation of gratification within a myriad of experiences. Our intention is to accentuate the significance of engagement in pleasurable undertakings, elucidating how it catalyzes the release of euphoria-inducing hormones within the neural architecture and visceral organs. This process imbues such activities with a heightened sense of delight, surpassing the boundaries of toil. The paradigm of conditioning, akin to the renowned Pavlovian experiment involving canines, is employed to expound on the intricate process through which particular pursuits attain precedence over others. The author emphasizes that seemingly extraneous pursuits, including involvement in tabletop games, harbor therapeutic potential. Moreover, introspection may lead to a reduced dependence on such activities as conduits for psychological healing. Our document passionately encourages individuals to relish every temporal juncture in life, whether within the context of occupational exertion or during leisurely respites. It firmly admonishes against linking negative connotations to any experience, thereby preventing the propagation of negative emotional reverberations. Furthermore, the text embarks on an exploration of the proposition that our affective responses and cognitive prejudices often stem from programmed construals of events or circumstances. These predispositions have the potential to incite emotional turmoil and hinder the effective management of emotional quandaries. The practice of introspection is ardently advocated as an imperative ritual for identifying and alleviating emotional afflictions, encompassing anxiety, affective disorders, and despondency. Given the prevalence of an inculcation system that fosters cognitive subjugation, the practice of introspection may be obscured, hindering individuals from grasping the intricacies of their internal emotional tapestry and from competently resolving emotional vicissitudes. Furthermore, the document makes an allusion to the architects of a system of cognitive subjugation, highlighting their awareness of historical contexts pertaining to introspection and self-awareness. These agents deliberately omitted such teachings, as they cast light on the pivotal role of introspective practices in comprehending one's emotional landscape and its profound transformation. The document also inaugurates a meditation technique designed to augment introspective insight and emotional fortitude. This meditation modality entails directing focus to the respiration process, vigilant observation of cognitive reflections and emotional fluctuations, and the subsequent alleviation of undesirable emotional states through engagement with the higher self, a distinct entity that facilitates emotional equilibrium. Introspection is positioned as an instrument for gaining insights into the influential forces that shape consciousness and fostering emotional resilience. It places value on liberation from societal norms and ingrained ideologies to embrace the pleasures of authentic inner euphoria. By delving into the intricate interplay between affective states and indoctrinated paradigms, individuals can attain profound self-awareness and a deep understanding of their inherent essence. To conclude, this document ardently advocates for the cultivation of introspection and self-awareness as pathways to attaining emotional strength and genuine inner contentment. It underscores the importance of scrutinizing societal norms and ideological constructs to break free from cognitive subjugation and unveil the authentic core that ensures fulfillment, regardless of external circumstances. The meditation technique offered presents itself as a conduit for invigorating introspection and achieving emotional equilibrium. We extend our heartfelt appreciation for your presence and commitment to learning. Feel free to utilize our vocabulary guide to further enhance your grasp of the concepts presented. We eagerly anticipate your continued engagement with the Knowledge of Self Academy. Your journey towards self-discovery and emotional resilience is just beginning.
Vocabulary. 1. Word, accentuates. Base form, accentuate. Class, verb. Definition, to emphasize or highlight. Conjugation, present tense, third person singular. Sentence, the present discourse delves deeply into the predilection for leisurely pursuits disconnected from laborious endeavors and the biochemical foundation of gratification within diverse experiences. It accentuates how engagement in enjoyable undertakings catalyzes the liberation of euphoria-inducing hormones within the neural architecture and visceral organs, thereby endowing these activities with a heightened sense of delight beyond the realm of toil. 2. Word, admonishment. Base form, admonish. Class, noun. Definition, a warning or reprimand. Sentence, a stern admonishment is directed against the act of associating deleterious connotations with any experience, thus forestalling the infliction of negative emotional reverberations. 3. Word, affective. Base form, affective. Class, adjective. Definition, relating to emotions or feelings. Sentence, owing to the propagation of an inculcation system that nurtures cognitive subjugation, the practice of introspection is grievously obfuscated, thwarting individuals from apprehending the contours of their internal emotional tapestry and from effectuating the adept resolution of emotional vicissitudes. 4. Word, akin. Base form, akin. Class, adjective. Definition, similar or related. Sentence, the paradigm of conditioning, akin to the famed Pavlovian experiment involving canines, finds employment in elucidating the process through which specific pursuits attain precedence over others. 5. Word, illusion. Base form, illusion. Class, noun. Definition, an indirect reference or hint. Sentence, moreover, the text embarks upon an exploration of the proposition that many of our affective responses and cognitive prejudices are the products of programmed construals of events or circumstances. 6. Word, ardent. Base form, ardent. Class, adjective. Definition, enthusiastic or passionate. Sentence, in summation, the document ardently advocates for the cultivation of introspection and self-awareness as conduits towards the realization of emotional tenacity and bona fide inner contentment. 7. Word, contemplation. Base form, contemplate. Class, noun. Definition, deep thought or reflection. Sentence, the process of introspection is presented as an instrument for acquiring insights into the potent forces that sculpt consciousness and for the cultivation of emotional mettle. 8. Word, construals. Base form, construal. Class, noun. Definition, interpretation or understanding. Sentence, the process of introspection is presented as an instrument for acquiring insights into the potent forces that sculpt consciousness and for the cultivation of emotional mettle. 9. Word, contentment. Base form, contentment. Class, noun. Definition, satisfaction or happiness. Sentence, the proffered meditation technique presents itself as a conduit to invigorate introspection and emotional equilibrium. 10. Word, core. Base form, core. Class, noun. Definition, central or essential part.
Sentence. By plumbing the depths of the interplay between affective states and indoctrinated paradigms, individuals can attain profound self-awareness and a penetrating comprehension of their innate essence. 11. Word, deceptively. Base form, deceptive. Class, adverb. Definition, misleadingly or falsely. Sentence. The author underscores that even ostensibly superfluous pursuits, such as engaging in tabletop games, possess the potential for therapeutic ramifications, yet introspection may engender a decreased reliance upon such activities as conduits for psychological healing. 12. Word, deleterious. Base form, deleterious. Class, adjective. Definition, harmful or damaging. Sentence. The author underscores that even ostensibly superfluous pursuits, such as engaging in tabletop games, possess the potential for therapeutic ramifications, yet introspection may engender a decreased reliance upon such activities as conduits for psychological healing. 13. Word, delve. Base form, delve. Class, verb. Definition, to investigate deeply. Conjugation, base form. Sentence. The present discourse delves deeply into the predilection for leisurely pursuits disconnected from laborious endeavors and the biochemical foundation of gratification within diverse experiences. 14. Word, despondency. Base form, despondency. Class, noun. Definition, feeling of hopelessness. Sentence. The practice of introspection is vigorously extolled as an imperative ritual for the identification and amelioration of emotional maladies encompassing anxiety, affective disorders, and despondency. 15. Word, dispersed. Base form, disperse. Class, verb. Definition, to scatter or spread. Conjugation, past tense. Sentence. The meditation modality entails a directed focus upon the respiration process, the vigilant observation of cognitive ruminations and emotional fluctuations, and the subsequent dispersal of undesirable affective states through the agency of the higher self, conceived as a distinct entity facilitating the attainment of emotional equilibrium. 16. Word, embarks. Base form, embark. Class, verb. Definition, to begin or start. Conjugation, present tense, third person singular. Sentence. Moreover, the document embarks upon an exploration of the proposition that many of our affective responses and cognitive prejudices are the products of programmed construals of events or circumstances. 17. Word, emotional. Base form, emotional. Class, adjective. Definition, relating to emotions. Sentence. These predispositions hold the potential to foment emotional turmoil and impede the efficacious management of affective quandaries. 18. Word, encourage. Base form, encourage. Class, verb. Definition, to inspire or support. Conjugation, base form. Sentence. The document passionately encourages individuals to savor every temporal juncture of existence, be it in the milieu of occupational exertion or during leisurely sojourns. 19. Word, engage. Base form, engage. Class, verb. Definition, to participate or involve. Conjugation, base form. Sentence. the document passionately encourages individuals to savor every temporal juncture of existence, be it in the milieu of occupational exertion or during leisurely sojourns. 20. Word, elucidating. Base form, elucidate. Class, verb. Definition, to clarify or explain. Conjugation, present participle. Sentence, the paradigm of conditioning, akin to the famed Pavlovian experiment involving canines, finds employment in elucidating the process through which specific pursuits attain precedence over others. 21. Word, emanates. Base form, emanate. Class, verb. Definition, to originate or emit. Conjugation, present tense, third person singular. Sentence, the document passionately encourages individuals to savor every temporal juncture of existence, be it in the milieu of occupational exertion or during leisurely sojourns. 22. Word, embarks. Base form, embark. Class, verb. Definition, to begin or start. Conjugation, present tense, third person singular. Sentence, moreover, the document embarks upon an exploration of the proposition that many of our affective responses and cognitive prejudices are the products of programmed construals of events or circumstances. 23. Word, emotional. Base form, emotional. Class, adjective. Definition, relating to emotions. Sentence, the practice of introspection is vigorously extolled as an imperative ritual for the identification and amelioration of emotional maladies encompassing anxiety, affective disorders, and despondency. 24. Word, embarks. Base form, embark. Class, verb. Definition, to begin or start. Conjugation, present tense, third person singular. Sentence, moreover, the document embarks upon an exploration of the proposition that many of our affective responses and cognitive prejudices are the products of programmed construals of events or circumstances. 25. Word, enthuses. Base form, enthuse. Class, verb. Definition, to show enthusiasm. Conjugation, present tense, third person singular. Sentence, the document ardently advocates for the cultivation of introspection and self-awareness as conduits towards the realization of emotional tenacity and bona fide inner contentment. 26. Word, essence. Base form, essence. Class, noun. Definition, fundamental nature or quality. Sentence, by plumbing the depths of the interplay between affective states and indoctrinated paradigms, individuals can attain profound self-awareness and a penetrating comprehension of their innate essence. 27. Word, facilitates. Base form, facilitate. Class, verb. Definition, to make easier or assist. Conjugation, present tense, third person singular. Sentence, the proffered meditation technique presents itself as a conduit to invigorate introspection and emotional equilibrium. 28. Word, finds. Base form, find. Class, verb. Definition, to discover or perceive. Conjugation, present tense, third person singular. Sentence, the paradigm of conditioning, akin to the famed Pavlovian experiment involving canines, finds employment in elucidating the process through which specific pursuits attain precedence over others. 29. Word, fosters. Base form, foster. Class, verb. Definition, to promote or encourage. Conjugation, present tense, third person singular. Sentence, the process of introspection is presented as an instrument for acquiring insights into the potent forces that sculpt consciousness and for the cultivation of emotional metal. 30. Word, imbued. Base form, imbue. Class, verb. Definition, to infuse or inspire. Conjugation, past participle. Sentence, owing to the propagation of an inculcation system that nurtures cognitive subjugation, the practice of introspection is grievously obfuscated, thwarting individuals from apprehending the contours of their internal emotional tapestry and from effectuating the adept resolution of emotional vicissitudes. 31. Word, impede. Base form, impede. Class, verb. Definition, to hinder or obstruct. Conjugation, base form. Sentence, these predispositions hold the potential to foment emotional turmoil and impede the efficacious management of affective quandaries. 32. Word, imbued. Base form, imbue. Class, verb. Definition, to infuse or inspire. Conjugation, past participle. Sentence, owing to the propagation of an inculcation system that nurtures cognitive subjugation, the practice of introspection is grievously obfuscated, thwarting individuals from apprehending the contours of their internal emotional tapestry and from effectuating the adept resolution of emotional vicissitudes. 33. Word, induce. Base form, induce. Class, verb. Definition, to bring about or cause. Conjugation, base form. Sentence, the paradigm of conditioning, akin to the famed Pavlovian experiment involving canines, finds employment in elucidating the process through which specific pursuits attain precedence over others. 34. Word, liberates. Base form, liberate. Class, verb. Definition, to set free or release. Conjugation, present tense, third person singular. Sentence, it accentuates how engagement in enjoyable undertakings catalyzes the liberation of euphoria-inducing hormones within the neural architecture and visceral organs, thereby endowing these activities with a heightened sense of delight beyond the realm of toil. 35. Word, metamorphosis. Base form, metamorphosis. Class, noun. Definition, a profound transformation or change. Sentence, moreover, the text embarks upon an exploration of the proposition that many of our affective responses and cognitive prejudices are the products of programmed construals of events or circumstances. 36. Word, modality. Base form, modality. Class, noun. Definition, method or approach. Sentence, the meditation modality entails a directed focus upon the respiration process, the vigilant observation of cognitive ruminations and emotional fluctuations, and the subsequent dispersal of undesirable affective states through the agency of the higher self, conceived as a distinct entity facilitating the attainment of emotional equilibrium. 37. Word, nurture. Base form, nurture. Class, verb. Definition, to care for and encourage growth. Conjugation, base form. Sentence, owing to the propagation of an inculcation system that nurtures cognitive subjugation, the practice of introspection is grievously obfuscated, thwarting individuals from apprehending the contours of their internal emotional tapestry and from effectuating the adept resolution of emotional vicissitudes. 38. Word, obscure. Base form, obscure. Class, verb. Definition, to conceal or make unclear. Conjugation, present tense, third person singular. Sentence, owing to the propagation of an inculcation system that nurtures cognitive subjugation, the practice of introspection is grievously obfuscated, thwarting individuals from apprehending the contours of their internal emotional tapestry and from effectuating the adept resolution of emotional vicissitudes. 39. Word, pitfall. Base form, pitfall. Class, noun. Definition, hidden danger or problem. Sentence, owing to the propagation of an inculcation system that nurtures cognitive subjugation, the practice of introspection is grievously obfuscated, thwarting individuals from apprehending the contours of their internal emotional tapestry and from effectuating the adept resolution of emotional vicissitudes. 40. Word, placates. Base form, placate. Class, verb. Definition, to calm or appease. Conjugation, present tense, third person singular. Sentence, the process of introspection is presented as an instrument for acquiring insights into the potent forces that sculpt consciousness and for the cultivation of emotional mettle. 41. Word, potential. Base form, potential. Class, noun. Definition, capacity for growth or achievement. Sentence, these predispositions hold the potential to foment emotional turmoil and impede the efficacious management of affective quandaries. 42. Word, practice. Base form, practice. Class, noun. Definition, repeated action or habit. Sentence, the practice of introspection is vigorously extolled as an imperative ritual for the identification and amelioration of emotional maladies encompassing anxiety, affective disorders, and despondency. 43. Word, predicate. Base form, predicate. Class, verb. Definition, to base or establish. Conjugation, base form. Sentence, it posits that authentic inner tranquility and contentment are only attainable through a fervent concentration on the inner workings rather than the vicissitudes of external circumstances. 44. Word, proffered. Base form, proffer. Class, verb. Definition, to offer or present. Conjugation, past participle. Sentence, the proffered meditation technique presents itself as a conduit to invigorate introspection and emotional equilibrium. 45. Word, propagate. Base form, propagate. Class, verb. Definition, to spread or promote. Conjugation, base form. Sentence, owing to the propagation of an inculcation system that nurtures cognitive subjugation, the practice of introspection is grievously obfuscated, thwarting individuals from apprehending the contours of their internal emotional tapestry and from effectuating the adept resolution of emotional vicissitudes. 46. Word, proposition. Base form, proposition. Class, noun. Definition, a suggested idea or concept. Sentence. Moreover, the text embarks upon an exploration of the proposition that many of our affective responses and cognitive prejudices are the products of programmed construals of events or circumstances. 47. Word, raptures. Base form, rapture. Class, noun. Definition, intense joy or delight. Sentence. By plumbing the depths of the interplay between affective states and indoctrinated paradigms, individuals can attain profound self-awareness and a penetrating comprehension of their innate essence. 48. Word, ramifications. Base form, ramification. Class, noun. Definition, consequences or effects. Sentence. The author underscores that even ostensibly superfluous pursuits, such as engaging in tabletop games, possess the potential for therapeutic ramifications, yet introspection may engender a decreased reliance upon such activities as conduits for psychological healing. 49. Word, realization. Base form, realization. Class, noun. Definition, understanding or recognition. Sentence. In summation, the document ardently advocates for the cultivation of introspection and self-awareness as conduits towards the realization of emotional tenacity and bona fide inner contentment. 50. Word, reservoir. Base form, reservoir. Class, noun. Definition, source or supply. Sentence. Moreover, the text embarks upon an exploration of the proposition that many of our affective responses and cognitive prejudices are the products of programmed construals of events or circumstances. 51. Word, revelatory. Base form, revelatory. Class, adjective. Definition, enlightening or revealing. Sentence. These predispositions hold the potential to foment emotional turmoil and impede the efficacious management of affective quandaries. 52. Word, sculpt. Base form, sculpt. Class, verb. Definition, to shape or form. Conjugation, base form. Sentence. By plumbing the depths of the interplay between affective states and indoctrinated paradigms, individuals can attain profound self-awareness and a penetrating comprehension of their innate essence. 53. Word, shrouded. Base form, shroud. Class, verb. Definition, to cover or conceal. Conjugation, past participle. Sentence. Owing to the propagation of an inculcation system that nurtures cognitive subjugation, the practice of introspection is grievously obfuscated, thwarting individuals from apprehending the contours of their internal emotional tapestry and from effectuating the adept resolution of emotional vicissitudes. 54. Word, spurred. Base form, spur. Class, verb. Definition, to stimulate or encourage. Conjugation, past tense. Sentence. The document ardently advocates for the cultivation of introspection and self-awareness as conduits towards the realization of emotional tenacity and bona fide inner contentment.